about housing, not just access to property.
Hill.
We absolutely are talking about affordability, and I'll tell the member that the average price home in the GTA reached $1.25 million last month. That means an average home buyer needs to have an income of $223,000 just to afford one of those houses. Families don't make that kind of money. Is the minister proud of creating a class of permanent renters because this government's lack of action on the housing affordability that she's talking about?
Honorable Secretary Parlementaire.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Je remercie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank my colleague for her question. Yes, we don't only have to work on access to property, but also on renters' rights. We see that there are rent evictions. We see units that are not currently accessible. We need to ensure that people can both buy and rent affordably throughout the country, and that's what we put in the budget. Concrete measures to help Canadians have a roof over their head.
Hill.
The minister is living in fantasyland. I'll repeat that. An average house in the GTA is $1.25 million. The minimum required down payment for that house is $250,000. You know what the average income for an average family is in the GTA? Well, it was almost $94,000 the last time we checked. So when will the minister join us in the real world instead of fantasyland and admit that under this government's leadership, we are in a housing crisis?
The Honorable Parliamentary Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank my colleague for her question once again. Well, I live in Canada and not in Fantasyland. And I can tell my colleague that we need to work not only on access to property, not only on increasing the number of housing units, but we also need to ensure that we are focusing on owners' and renters' rights. And the National Housing Strategy is working on several levels. I hope the Conservative Party for once will vote with us on this.
Lake Country.